This woman ended up marrying a man who turned her entire life into a prison filled with fear. If the towel in the bathroom was even slightly crooked, he'd drag her over there and angrily ask, "You seriously don't see what's wrong with this?" Her breathing instantly gets heavier from fear. With shaking hands, she notices a tiny stain on the towel. She quickly starts cleaning it while nervously trying to explain herself. To everyone outside, her husband looks calm, polite, and respectable, but inside that house, she's terrified every single second. Even while cooking, her hands won't stop shaking. She's constantly scared of making even the smallest mistake. She keeps opening the kitchen cabinets over and over just to double-check everything. Every single label had to be perfectly lined up. Only after everything looks perfect does she finally start cooking. But that day, when her husband realizes dinner still isn't ready, he storms out of the house and heads toward the beach. That's where he runs into their new neighbor. The two start casually talking, and during the conversation, the neighbor jokingly says something that's about to change her entire life forever. When the husband comes back home, something about him feels different. He keeps talking about how smart and young the neighbor is. Right away, she realizes something seriously wrong. She tries to avoid the conversation and walk away, but he won't stop questioning her. Little by little, suspicion starts taking over his mind. He becomes convinced the neighbor came over while he was gone. She immediately denies it, but he refuses to listen. Then angrily he says, "He told me you were staring at him through the window all day." At this point, the entire house feels horrifying. That's when the husband remembers the neighbor invited them out sailing together. He immediately tells her to start packing. That same night, all three of them head out into the ocean. But after a while, the weather suddenly turns ugly. A massive storm starts rolling in. The ropes snap and the giant mast crashes straight onto the husband, throwing him into the sea. The neighbor barely manages to grab his hand and pull him back onto the boat. But the second he looks back, she's gone. The two men panic and start screaming her name, but the ocean stays completely silent. They immediately call the rescue team, and the search begins. After hours of searching, the only thing they find is her life jacket. The husband becomes completely convinced she's dead, but the truth is way darker than that. The same woman who always claimed she couldn't swim had secretly already made it back home. The second she gets home, she pulls out a hidden bag from the ceiling. Inside are all the things she secretly prepared long ago for her escape. She quickly changes clothes, cuts off her long hair, and puts on a new wig. Then she throws her wedding ring into the toilet and flushes it away forever. After that, she carefully wipes away every trace she ever existed there. That same night, she gets on a bus and leaves her old life behind forever.